just cleaned up our mistakes. We kept turning the ball over back to back, and had a couple offensive stalls. But I think the biggest thing is that we stayed together and we stayed pushing. We knew that we were at home, we were feeling good, and that flow is going to come, and to just keep playing hard. The biggest thing was rebounding, limited them to one shot. And I think for the most part we did that, and I think that's what allowed us to come back and go on runs.
Ashley Beach, the post. We saw a little bit of swagger towards the end of the first and going into the second. Some big smiles, some good celebrations. I saw you do a little three there, Jaylin. At what point did you guys feel the momentum turn?
I think we definitely had a big play with AJ with that lob and stuff like that. That definitely got us going. But just I think getting good into the zone, when we went to our 2-3 zone, we started getting deflections, and that's something that we're big on. The higher the deflections, the more likely that we're going to win the game. Like that's what the stats say. So once we start getting deflections, more fast break points, because they're very good in the half court with their defense. They have tough, strong guards, physical bigs. So once we started getting transition buckets, I think that's when we started getting comfortable.
Jaylin, so you ended up 7-12 from the field, 4 or 5 from 3. So at what point at the beginning of this game did you kind of realize that you were on tonight?
It always helps when you make your first shot, but I mean, once you get into the flow of the game, I don't even realize it, to be honest. My goal is always just to make the right play. I'm just as happy if I make a 3 or if I'm throwing a lob to DJ. So that's what I pride myself on, and I just wanted to make the right play out there.
It's your guys' first MAC game at home. Was there any sort of nerves walking into this evening?
Hell no. We were tired of losing. We was like, yo, we're not losing in our own home. The coaches challenged us defensively the entire week. We're not going to say what they were saying.
They challenged us.
They challenged us defensively, and, the whole week, we was a little pissed off, that we let those games slip away and played uncharacteristically to us. So, we went into this home game saying that, we weren't going to lose at home, and we weren't going to go 0-3. And, this is the tough stretch. Now we got Kent, and then we got Toledo at Toledo. So we got to go into these. It's literally about toughness. So I think if we can get through this stretch, it's going to define our team, because, we're getting the tough games early. But, I feel like with the team and the talent that we have, we keep being tough and keep, playing hard defensively and making those championship plays, we can play with anybody.
And you talk about toughness. Do you feel that there's a little bit of a different passion coming from the team as a whole today's game?
Definitely. I mean, like DJ said, we got challenged. The film doesn't lie. There's a lot of plays. We call them championship plays, taking a charge, being in the gap for your teammate. Those are championship plays that we need to do in order to win, especially with 7 new guys. Like, we have to be on a string at all times. We don't have the experience that some of these other teams have. And so, yeah, I think that was big for us.
For me, the guys was kind of, challenging me a little bit. I never try to make it about personal matchups, but I knew in these past 2 games, I didn't do enough, so I didn't want that to be the case this game. So I didn't care if it was Sparks, the other guy, the third. Like, I'm going at him, because I'm 9 times out of 10 it's going to come down to the paint. We're winning games, and I had to deliver for my team, and I told them today that I wasn't going to let them down.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for asking. I think number one, it's great to be back home in front of the home fans. After the first 2 on the road, we lost 2 tough ones. Last 4 minutes, we were in both games, and had some turnovers late that hurt us. I thought tonight we kind of sustained their blow, got double-figure lead. It was a 10-point game with 5:22 to go, and I thought our guys did a great job of ending the half with the momentum. We ended on a 13-2 run. I thought our zone was really good. It was very active. We had 29 deflections tonight, and that was really big for us going in. And proud of Jaylin Hunter. His floor game, he had 3 turnovers early, and then 0 the rest of the game. And then AJ Clayton off the bench was really big as well.
Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Coach, kind of during the middle of that 18-0 run for Ball State there, you could see how it could become easy for your team to kind of lose focus and lose confidence. So how proud of you of your how proud are you of your team's ability?
Yeah, I thought that was big because you could go, one of two ways, right? And, we always talk about bend but don't break. For us, that was big. Withstanding their run, when we switched to the zone, it was really big. Like I said, we were down 10 with 5:22 left and had momentum going into the half. But, I'll give our guys credit. We came back off of the Bowling Green loss on Saturday. And with a quick turnaround Tuesday, normally we go lighter, that first day back. But we had a full practice. And, I was a little worried about that coming into the game. But our guys did a great job of responding.
Ashley Beach with the Post. At what point did you kind of feel the energy start to come back to your team?
Yeah, late in the huddle in the first half, we had some guys like, come on, man, we got to pick up the energy, we got to pick up the juice. And I thought our guys in our huddles did a great job of recognizing that and then carrying it over. And, a lot of times when you're missing shots, you kind of let that affect the defensive end. And, for that stretch, I thought we did that. But then, once we switched over to the zone, made them a little stagnant, got some deflections, got some transition baskets. I thought that was big for us. And, when we took the lead, crowd was awesome, got into it, and that really helped us.
Coach, it seems like a big part of you guys able to take control of the second half was the play of DJ. So what
Yeah, I think DJ, was really good for us. Obviously a double-double, 5 offensive rebounds, and I think going against Peyton Sparks, he's a load on that end. He's such a big physical kid, and to have to guard him and then go back down on offense, and we always talk about paint touches and post touches, so we throw him the ball, and I think at halftime, he was disappointed in himself. He was 3 for 9, ended up 7 for 15, so 4 for 6 in the second half. And, he came out in the second half of those last 20 minutes and played well.
You mentioned Clayton coming off the bench. Was there any sort of major decision that went into having him come off the bench?
Yeah, I think, just after our first 2 games on the road, we want to mix it up a little bit. And really proud of him because, it's tough sometimes. And, Devon Baker did it earlier in the year when A.J. Brown came back. And both those 2 are pro. They handled it the right way. They're great teammates. They want to win. And for him to come in and do what he did in 29 minutes, 16 points, 6 rebounds, that was really big. He was plus 20, in his 28 minutes. So give him a lot of credit.
The win kind of came in an exciting fashion, but how relieving is it overall just to get that first conference win?
Yeah, I think for us, our margin for error is not very big. So we got to play pretty well, and turning the ball over like we did the first 7-8 minutes was not a good recipe for us. And I thought we did a great job finishing with 13 turnovers after the start that we had. And every game is going to be a grind. When you get to league play, everyone scouts you. Everyone knows what you're doing, how you're doing it, knows your tendencies, your weaknesses, your strengths. And now it becomes who's going to execute the most, who's going to play the toughest. And our backs were against the wall, 0-2, 2 games on the road, and big home win for us. And I think even more so, we played Ball State once. So now it becomes even more important tiebreaker-wise, down towards the end because you only do play them once. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going. All right, thanks for coming. It was a great article on Chief.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chief's the best.
Yeah.
You guys have a great night.